Alright, alright, alright. 1 second. I know, unprofessional of me. Alright. Hello, everyone. This is Firebug. I mean, I don't know why I said that because you probably saw this in my channel or video. Um, Let me just talk about D2. And this might be the only video that I will ever upload about D2. So as you can tell, yeah, I used to play this game a lot. Warlock, was my main. Second main was going to be the Hunter, and then, third was Titan. I didn't really play Titan a whole lot in this account. I used to have a different account that I was a Titan main, and then my Warlock was the second, and then Hunter was third. But I lost that account, and if you know who I am with Firebug, I lost my Xbox account, Fio, but I made Firebug is my new one. So this is Firebug. This is my D2 account. And yeah, I spent a lot of time in this game. And I have a lot of cosmetics. Let me just show you. So a lot of cosmetics. I spent some time and money in this game. I've done almost everything that I can. I even got some titles and blah blah. And yeah, I also got this completely done. And my next goal was doing that. Thorn World was it was hard to even get that done. Anyways, I know I'm all over the place in this video. But let me just say this. I'm not having fun with D2 anymore. I know this is a new season. These are just all my friends. I don't know why I'm looking at them. I know this is a new season and everything. It's just I'm not that interested in D2 anymore. And let me just explain why. Especially when a person like me playing this game for a while, I just don't think the story or this season or any other new seasons or even the final shape, I'm not excited anymore. I think what really happened is just that when I started D2 back in 2019 and played the Redfall storyline, or not Redfall. What is it called? The main storyline for D2. I played that. I played Forsaken because I watched Cade died. Played the Moon, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, let's scrap Mars, Io, and I forgot. Oh, Titan. Let's scrap those planets and make Europa." And I was like, okay, maybe it's good. Maybe the stasis is kind of cool. And especially when they, highlighted it. So, yeah. And then, Europa came out. And it was all right. And yet again, this was back in 2020. So 2020 was a really rough year for everybody. And yeah, Europa was kind of like a letdown, and I understand it like a little bit that they were working from home, but at the same time, dude, just it's not like they were just working at home. It was just how the story was playing out was just not there, honestly. The whole moon and the whole pyramid, how they set that up was interesting. The story was just like it was okay. I mean, it's not the worst, but it wasn't the greatest, and I was like, whatever. I did like the stasis a little bit, but stasis was super fucking OP, dude. Oh my god. Do you remember stasis? Like, well, this was a void build because I had this, and I also have played raids and all that. So yeah, I played this game a while. But dude, stasis, back to stasis. When stasis came, like, first introduced itself, it was the first one that had all of this, right? Because they had void, solar, and arc, and they're all like basic still. This stasis broke kind of like D2 for a bit, and then it brought us to aspects and fragments and all that. It was pretty fucking strong, and anybody was using stasis. It was strong as hell. The one pet peeve that I fucking hated was the grind of each fragment that you had to pick up, because if you want each one of these, you had to do one mission at a time, and there's a bunch of these, and they're not just like little small missions. No. You got to choose Vanguard or Crucible or Gambit, and then you have to do the stupid bounty. If it's like, oh, freeze a bunch of people, or hey, do this or do that, something with stasis, and then it's so tedious and it took so long, and then once you're done with this one, guess what you got to do? Another one. You get the idea. And it wasn't just fragments. No. If you want something new with the aspects, you gotta do those missions. Oh, you want a different grenade? Gotta do some of those missions. It was so stupid. And then the only good thing that they did change is now you can just straight up buy it, which, yeah, I like that change a lot, because holy crap, that was annoying. And then I stuck around Savathun's Throne World. This one was actually really good. I liked this one. I liked the story. I liked the pacing. I liked everything about this. And that new concept of, like, since it's her own throne world, you have to use some of like that, like, what do you call it? Like your vision, right? Like you could see with your third eye kind of vision. I thought that was cool, and I thought it was unique and different, and I liked how this was played out. So I stuck around that one. And then I got the whole, like, well, kind of like the same thing as this one. I got the whole new expansion. I know it says I don't have it, but I actually do have it. They're like, yeah, Lightfall's gonna be great. Pre-order it now so you can get the new blah 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 and get some cool shit. So I was like, hell yeah, here's $100. And then guess what? It came out. I was so disappointed. The fucking story. Or, okay, let me start with this map. This map sucks. I wanted something futuristic. Yeah, it's futuristic, but it's empty. The only thing we get to see is him and Rohan. That's it. And the other people, well, here, let me just go here and show you. And then there's other people there, but they're holograms. And we all seen it, they're just holograms. And you're like, what's wrong with that? Well, the thing is, this is supposed to be a city full of people. When you go to the tower, you see NPCs walking around doing work, blah blah blah. The same thing that they've done like ever since this game launched. Here, you get Nimbus and then Rohan. Rohan sits back here, just like, with his arms crossed, doing his own thing, whatever. Nimbus is so fucking annoying, dude. Fuck this guy. I don't like anything about his character.
Just thinking about you.
And I don't know why they make him like this, dude. Like, what is this? Why is his dick out? Why is this so squished into his fucking stomach like that, dude? Not just the character design, but the voice and the lines that he says is so fucking annoying. Oh, I hate this character. I get it, they're trying to make another Cade copy, but dude, they flopped it. They fucking flopped it with this. And then, you see these things? Yeah, I thought this was like part of the map. These are people. If you look, okay, this one's a heart. Like, actually, you can see it. You see, like, his arm right there. See, like, his other arm right here. See the head? And this is, like, their hearts or something. These are people. You're telling me you got this alien race and you got these fucking holograms that we can't see? Oh, it's so stupid. And don't get me started with this stupid ass boss over there. Fucking stupid, dude. This expansion pissed me off. This expansion made me want to just give up on D2. Like, I was done. The only thing that kept me going was the Strand. And even the Strand, when it came out, it just even brought even more bugs into the game. Well, not bugs, but more reasons to, like, you know, break out of the map. Because, here, let me actually show you guys one. And I don't think you even need a Strand on this. It's just, this map's so fucking bad, dude. I hate this, dude. I hate the expansion. And then on top of it, you spend $100, and then, you know, you stick around because, well, one, you gotta, you know, get your money's worth with the seasons, and the seasons were just like ass as well. And then this part doesn't make sense to me either. Because when I first saw this, in the beginning, I thought, oh, there's going to be more of them, right? There's going to be more of them. No, there's only two. There's Nimbus and Rohan. All these other people don't exist. It's just so frustrating, dude. Like, I don't know why they're here. Why is this here? Why is it here? Anyways, there's a spot right here that you can, I think it's this one. Unless they patched it. I haven't played this game for a while. I think we do need the Strand. Yeah, give me a second. Do I have the right one on? No. Yeah. Anyways, as my Strand is going to go up, I'm going to go up there and show you guys. In the meantime, what was I saying? Yeah, this fucking whole expansion was bad. I hated the fucking, what are these even called again? Lost sectors. Yeah, these lost sectors, bad. You know, and then the whole enemy type were super hard. And the reason why they do this is so the game could feel longer as it is. And this is the same concept that they did with the other plays, Europa. They made the enemies harder and they made the level cap harder to get up so the game could feel longer than it actually is. The content is there, right? But with Europa, they increased the difficulty just a little bit, so it's harder to grind up with when you get the power level. Not too mad about Europa. And I understand why, because of the limitations of them working at home. They have no fucking excuse with Neptune. None at all. None at all. They had no excuse. They're back at their office typing codes, right? Going from work, getting in the car, right, and then they drive over there, type a bunch of codes, and then they go home. They have no excuse on Neptune. They did such a good job here. What happened? What the fuck happened? It doesn't make sense, dude. And I was like pissed. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Okay, so That's charged up. There is a way to get up here. And I've done it before. Okay, so they must have patched. Oh no, yeah, you can just do that. So how I did that was, there is a visible wall. You jump, you get a little bit over here, and then you jump, and you can jump over this fence. And now you go over here, and you hug this like back wall, and then yeah, you could just walk through here. There's nothing over here. It's just, and this is just one of the examples. I could show you all of them that are in this fucking map. Because there's so many. There's so many that you can just walk through out of bounds in this map. It's so bad, dude. And I'm not saying I discovered this like now. I discovered this when this whole expansion first came out. And, you know, it frustrates me because as a game company, your game wants to go further, not backwards, and not going backwards. You know, there's no excuse for any of this bullshit. Like, with COVID, I understand that, right? This, you're just telling me that you're a fucking lazy company that just wants money. That's all you're telling me. Oh, there was a way. How do I do it? There was a way to get into one of the other areas. It's pretty funny. Dude, I was livid when I discovered this. I was like, oh, this is what it's gonna be, huh? Yeah, it's stupid. Oh yeah, this part. So yeah, you get over here. And then you can go through, you know, the wall that I was talking about, all those guys. Yeah, you get in here. The fire doesn't burn you or anything, which is funny. It's so stupid. It really is. And I hated everything about this expansion. It gave me such a sour taste to the point that I don't even want to buy the newest one. Oh yeah, that answer kills you. If I go back. I don't want to buy this because, yes, you see the trailers, and then this is what. Okay, let me go back for a bit. Ever since this flopped, I'm hesitant to even buy the next expansion. And then I also realized, hold on, like, why am I playing this game? And then I actually sat back and told myself, what am I playing this game for? Because when I play video games, and you know me, that I play other video games, I play it for fun and see what I enjoy. I do not enjoy playing D2 anymore. I don't give a fuck about the season. I don't give a fuck about the Traveler anymore. I don't give a fuck about anything now. I feel like ever since like the Witch Queen DLC or whatever, I stopped giving a fuck about the story because I was really into it. I was like, okay, this is cool, it makes sense, blah blah, light versus dark, cliche, but whatever, I could get around with it. Now I just don't give a fuck. Now I'm just to the point like I don't care about the story. So I'm not here for the story. And the seasons, they're mid, dude. They're mid. Like, I'm not saying like these items here are bad. I'm not saying any of these is bad, right? Like don't get me wrong. This looks cool. I like it. Or what else do I like? I like some of the armor in this one. Is this one? No, it's alright. What was it? I think it's further back. This. See, I like this. This looks really good on my Warlock. It's not the season pass that I'm mad about. It's just the grinding. The grinding. And this is another thing that I want to talk about. You have 4 options to grind out your season, right? Well, I mean, you got other ways too. You could do bounties like this. The easiest bounties, if you ever want to grind out this season, go to fucking, uh, Sean Hahn. Sean Hahn. Oh man, I hate this guy too. Um, yeah, so the easiest ones is here. Do some bounties. Get some bounties done with Banshee, the gunsmith, because he has not only that you get his bounties done, but his bounties give you like a XP plus, I think, and it gives you a Ascended Shard. PV, PvP is alright. Not the biggest fan now with PvP. I used to play PvP. Like, I used to play even Trials and did stuff like that. Now I just don't like it. I don't like PvP anymore. I'm so tired of Fire and Banner. Don't want to do that anymore. What I'm trying to get at is, like, I've done Gambit. I've done all of these before for the last 4 years that I played this game, because I started back in 2019. So it's about to be 2024 pretty soon, because in this recording it is December 9th, and 1 month away it's going to be 2024. So approximately like 5 years that I played this game, and nothing really changed besides new expansions, new planets. I'm not mad about this planet. This planet is cool. I do like how they added the weather effect. This planet is alright. It's not the greatest, but I liked how it kind of merges together, because there's the swamp area, and then you get like the fancy, Seven Things Throne Road, which is a cool thing. I have no complaints about this expansion. I thought they did a really good job on that one. The helm is so fucking lame, dude. I feel like when they first did it, I had no issues, and then this year around, there's nothing new. When you get to the helm, you get to the door to the, well, first you can talk to the war table, and then you go to the left or right door. That's really it. I just thought that was kind of lame. And it's nothing new. Like, again, nothing new. This raid, fine. I think that's the only thing good about this is this raid. But even then, this raid's not even like the greatest raid I've ever played. What I'm trying to get at is, like, there's nothing new, right? There's either if you want to get the season and get all this stuff, you can play the season story, or you play Vanguard, Gambit, or Crucible. And then it's to the point that, when I'm grinding the season pass out, I'm not having fun, because, one, I did so many of these. I've did so many of these the last 4 years. I played so many Vanguard missions that I'm kind of fucking tired of them. There's nothing wrong with Vanguard. It's just when you play something again and again and again and again and again and again and again, you go insane. And I feel like that. And then the harder ones, right? I have no issues with these, but it just sucks. And another thing of my pet peeve is, like, any other game, right? You can go and play like any other game, and then you can say, like, for Hero, right, how it has matchmaking. It's fine. Any other game, you could probably go and master it and be fine too. Why is it that matchmaking's turned off on Legend and Master? Why? It's frustrating, because not only that, let's say, like, I'm a solar D2 player like I used to be, well, now I have friends. It was hard to make friends in this game. I don't know what it is. I think D2 is a hard place to make friends in. Unless you're a girl. Unless you're a girl, it's easy. Well, anything that your girl does or be a gamer girl, easy to make friends. People want to add you like instant. For a guy or a regular Joe, it's harder because yes, you can go with Discord, yes, you can find groups, blah 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 blah, but there's no place to find the right group, right? I don't mind interacting with other people. I don't mind talking to other people. I just want to have a someone that understands me and like connects with me. You know what I mean? Like I don't mind having friends. I just want someone that has the same thoughts and things and interests as what I like too. Besides, like, hey mom, yeah, I'm gonna smoke weed. Oh yeah. Anyways, let's get this knife all done, right, bro? There's nothing wrong, right? I'm not saying anything wrong with weed and all that. Like, dude, I used to be a drug addict too, but it's to the point like I'm older and wiser that I don't do drugs now. That I don't want to associate with myself with that kind of like environment. I want people that can be willing to do what I want to do, and I am willing to help them as well. Because I like to, like, if someone scratches my back, I'll scratch theirs as well. I want to be focused on certain things. So that's why with me, it's hard for me to make a good connection with friends and stick around with them. And yeah, I don't get why. In any other game, you can go in matchmaking and go to masters, right? You can go on Smite, the other game we play, go on the ranking system and get a match. I don't need a group of friends. So why is it in D2 you have to have a group of friends? You gotta have, like, even for a raid or a dungeon, you have to. You can't do a matchmaking on those. You have to have a group, and I think it's so stupid. I think it's stupid. I think it's annoying. Because any other game, you could legit just like click on it, go on matchmaking, and then they can help you out. Why isn't this game different? Why is this game different? I don't understand that. Another thing is my pet peeve is like, there's nothing wrong with the season pass, right? I might just finish it because how many other seasons do we have? Oh, we got season 24 as well. Once I'm done with those 2 seasons and that, I'm probably not ever going to touch this game ever again. I'm probably going to stop playing it because I'm not excited for the final shape. And you're probably like, why? It looks cool. It looks fun. Like, I'm not saying it's not fun. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying the final shape's bad. It's just that my expectations after this last year one is just gone. Because, I used to get excited with this expansion and be like, yeah, it's going to be cool. Strand's going to be cool. New environment. I just don't want to be let down again. I don't want to be let down again, and I don't want to put my $100 in and feel like I'm stuck playing this game because I want to get my $100 worth out of the season fucking passes. I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to get in the game and feel like a fucking chore. I do not want to do fucking bounties anymore. I don't want to do any of this bullshit. I just want to play the game and then have fun, right? For Fortnite, because I play Fortnite, every season's different and it's a new refresher. And it feels like there's new shit happening. This game doesn't feel like that. It just feels like, like who knows? Maybe I like this season of The Wish. It's just that my expectations in D2, it's just dropped. It's to the point that I'm not feeling like I'm having fun. It feels like I'm going to work when I'm playing D2. And when the game's bad, when it feels like a fucking chore to play it. That's just my opinion. I feel like I'm doing this as a chore. I don't feel like I'm satisfied ever. And then some people are like, well, I'm doing it for the looks. But here's the thing with me, right? Here's the thing with me. I used to like a lot of looks too. Like shit, dude. I had a lot of transmogs, or like, I have a lot of like different outfits and all that stuff. The thing with me is like, I'm already happy with the stuff I have, and with the cosmetics and stuff like that. Like I'm already happy with the stuff I have. I don't need to go and spend another $25 for more armor. I don't need to do another raid for more armor or more cosmetics, because the way that I think of it is like, where's the richer one? I know they got the new one. Yeah, this is cool. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that. Not saying this is bad. Not at all. This is cool. I probably would like to have this. The thing with me though is this a long term or is this a short term effect? Because long term, I'm happy with the armor that I have, and I probably will rock with it for the rest of the series. When I buy this now, since I'm more cautious with my money and a riser, I'll probably rock this, and then guess what? Next couple seasons later, or next year, there's going to be another armor that looks 10 times cooler than this one, 10 times cooler than this one, there's 10 times cooler than the other one. And then next thing you know, this armor, you're never going to wear again. And I don't want that. I don't want just to have a bunch of armor and then just have only one on my character and the rest just sits in the closet collecting dust. If I'm not using it anymore, why do I keep it? I'm gonna get rid of things. And that's just like not just an in-game thing, but it's like a real life thing. If I'm not gonna wear my shirt that I had as a kid, that I grew up and grew out of it, I'm not gonna keep it. But and for some reason, in video game terms, my 4 years playing this game, because 4 years is a long time. People can grow in 4 years. It said like I was a kid back in 2019, and then I grew up. Would I keep the same, armor piece for a cosmetic if I grew out of it? Or let's say something new is there. Why am I keeping it? Just to collect dust. And that's the thing. It's going to be like a short-term effect. And that's a lot of things in this game. It's short-term, right? You get the satisfaction playing the story of the final shape. Get everything done. Next, and then, you get everything done. And guess what you're going to do? Guess what you're going to do? Oh, that's right. You're probably going to go back and playing the season, grinding out the season, because there's no other content out. There's no other content. You're gonna this is like how it's gonna be, and this is the same as every fucking year in D2. You get a new map, you get excited, you talk to the new vendor, you get his quest done, you do a bunch of shit, blah blah blah. Get everything done, get the whole new meta, you got your power level up, yay, you got new guns, new armor, get all excited, hell yeah, got a new ability, blah 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 blah. And then and after 2 months, right, after 2 months, you're bored. And what you do when you're bored? Instead of playing some other game, you want to get your money's worth because you spent that $100. So you keep playing the season, and then you keep grinding. And then after this season's done, guess what you're going to do? Oh, that's right. The other season. The next season. And then guess what you're gonna do? Since you're already done everything in the final shape, you got everything done. What are you gonna probably do? Probably play Vanguard, probably play Gambit, probably play Crucible. Because there is nothing new. You're gonna probably go back to the Cosmodrome and get the bounties done because they're easy. You're probably gonna go back to the tower the 6 billion times and talk to the same fucking people at the same fucking voice lanes at like ever since launch. Like, oh hey there, Guardian, blah blah blah. There is nothing new. And then some of the seasons are like, hey, do you remember this planet? Yeah, you need to go back and do some of that stuff. All right, you remember this planet? Go back and do some of this stuff. This stuff, blah, 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 blah. There is nothing new. So that's what I figured. And I was like, you know what? I'm not having fun with D2 anymore. I'm not. You know, like, the excitement's going to be there when this is out. And then it's going to fall back down. And then guess what we're going to back doing? The same shit. Again, I'm not bitching and complaining. I'm not hating your guys' favorite game. I like this game too. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't have spent so much time in this. But the difference between me is that I'm realizing what's the point of me playing this game anymore. I don't have strand on. Here, I can actually show you guys another one. I'm not shitting on D2. I'm not saying D2 is a bad game. There's just a lot more flaws that I'm realizing now that, you know, like, yeah, back then I noticed it, but I kind of like pushed it to the side, like, because I was just like, you know, arrogant. And I just didn't want to hear it. I was like, I don't care, man, blah, blah. But I feel like since now I'm older and wiser now that I'm just saying that, like, why am I spending $100 on this? You know, pre-order stuff, which everybody else has. I know you hear this a lot, and D2 is like, you know, the end game's actually a fashion statement. And that goes back to, like, what I'm talking about. It's like, I'm only happy with the armor I have. I could probably rock this armor, the one I'm using, the rest of, you know, eternity. I don't need new armor. I don't need to spend another $25 for cosmetics on a game. You know, when I can play a different game and get, you know, just as much satisfaction as a different game, a lot cheaper. I think it's here. I think you have to go like this and go back. I don't know. Could be wrong. Anyways, as I was saying, dude, it's just, I feel like D2 sucks you in. It's like a black hole, right? The more you play it, the more like you don't want to get out of it. It's like a hole that you don't want to get out of because you're comfortable, you like the things you do, blah blah. But it's to the point like time is gonna change no matter what. People are gonna adapt, and new things are gonna happen. You rather adapt to the new or you know, die with it, and I don't want that. I don't want to die with D2. I don't want to make content with D2. Because let's say like I was a YouTuber, right? And I only made Destiny 2 content. And let's say a new game comes out. But you already made a fan base and everything based around D2. So you say here, you're just saying, like, what's even the point? I'm sorry, I'm really quick when I'm trying to tell this guy. What was I saying? Okay, so let's say I was my YouTube right now, right? was based just on Destiny 2, and then you die with the game. But it's gonna be a time and place that this game's gonna die. The fuck is a gunsmith engram? Sorry. I'm getting distracted. Let me just stop here. So yeah, let's say my Firebug channel is just based on D2, and I did what every other YouTuber does. Just, oh, this is the build. This is what the new seasonal artifact. This is what the new meta is. And then, you know, if you want to be the best, do what I do. You know, and you see it all over YouTube. And and they're always the same, because you always hear, don't forget to like and subscribe. Before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe. Did you notice when I make my videos, I don't ever tell you guys to do anything of that? Because how I perceive it is the video should just be entertaining itself, that the people will make the kind of action as it is. And my mindset on this is because, one, imagine going to the movie theater and the video director's like, yeah, don't forget to and give me a bunch of money and give me foot rubs and blah 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 blah, because yeah, I really need to make this money so my children don't go hungry and go in the streets. It's like they're putting their personal lives into it. A video, in my opinion, should just be entertaining, and you know, it should, if the crowd or whoever watches this likes it, you know, I shouldn't be the one saying don't forget, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget. I feel like people are smart. I feel like if you make your audience seem dumb or blah blah blah, they won't like it, dude. Because nobody wants, yeah, like, what the fuck is this? Nobody wants to say, like, you know, hey, you're dumb. You know, nobody wants this. Wants that, so. I know, I'm getting distracted again. I think they patched this area. Where's the game at? Yeah, so the video shouldn't just be like me saying, yeah, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget. And you hear it all the time. And I think people just skip through that part. And they skip it through it without even realizing that they're skipping through it. It's just so inclined in their heads, like they don't care. You know? People want things now, and they want to have the new meta shit. They want to have the newest thing, because people want nowadays is quick access to anything. They don't want to have the time to read, because who the fuck reads anymore? Blah blah. They want things quick, and they don't want to be felt like, you know, they're falling behind. So that's why those videos do very well. And so on D2, if you get those build videos, that's all the channel ever has. And then another thing I don't get is with the channel that do that kind of stuff, and I've seen some of them, and it kind of like pisses me off, because you're trying to like guilt trip your fucking viewers to like subscribe to you. What I'm trying to get at is, there is some YouTubers that will pull up like, hey, 99% of you guys are not subscribed, and then they bring like this fucking bar up on their video, and they trying to like say, yeah, you should subscribe because 99% of you guys are not subscribed.
Shadow Legion's got their
Again,
jackhammer up and running again.
What is that, dude? Like, I don't know what you're trying to achieve. Like, you guilt tripping your viewers that to subscribe, or I don't understand the concept. Maybe I'm the wrong, and maybe it, you know, it works with them, but I doubt it, because the next videos they bring it back up again. So you're not getting new subscribers, so what's even the point of showing them that maybe the creator is frustrated that nobody's subscribing, but you shouldn't force people to subscribe. And that's what I don't get, is like with some people, right? With some people, because have you ever heard the term like, you can't force a horse to like drink its water or eat its food? You gotta think of it like that. You can't force viewers to subscribe to you because 99% of the time they only clicked on the video because they want to have that fast access armor or the new meta shift that you're gonna provide them. Most people are not there for you. They're there for your content, and it shouldn't be like a personal attack. And I'm not saying this affects to all YouTubers. This affects to a lot of gaming channels because most gaming channels have this mentality, like they have to have a face cam. They have to have, blah 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 blah. Like you don't have to. Nobody's telling you to. You're just thinking like you have to because it's the norm. But reality, you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. You can be unique and creative in a way, in the sense like, well, for me, once, I don't like face cam. It's not like I'm super ugly or I'm super fat and I'm body shamed to myself or whatever. It's just I don't like to have my face out in the in the internet or in the world. I like to keep my things a little bit private. And I don't want to be walking in my hometown and and then you see like hey, you're so and so. I don't want that unwanted attention. I want things to be like, if people don't know who I am, I think it gives that more factor like, oh, who is this guy? I want to know what he looks like. The only thing I'll ever tell you guys is like, I'll ever show you guys is that with my hands, and you can probably see it. Like I'm very white. I'm like super white. And that's the only thing you will see. You are not ever gonna see my face, ever. And then so I don't do the full face cam thing. And another thing with face cam is I don't mind having face cam, and because most people like the reactions, but when I watch YouTubers or Twitch streamers or whatever, when they have face cam, 99% of the time, they're not reacting to something. They're just sitting there, blank face, playing the game. So, yeah, like, face cam's just not for me. But going back to, like, the norm, I just feel like with YouTube channels or anything like that, they just do what works, right? Like what works is easy access, blah blah. And I get it because it could be affecting your personal life, and I hate it. But it should. But your work should be more professionalized and not just like trapping your audience to do things that you need to get done. And I don't know if that makes sense. But for me, I'll never pass that. So, oh, don't forget to like and subscribe, blah blah blah. I'll probably, the only thing that I'll ever do is halfway in my videos have an animation, just like subscribe and read the end. It's like a slight reminder. It's not like I'm telling you guys don't forget, and I want to have this habit broken into because I want the creativity to get out there, because I feel like people are not creative as much as they used to be, and they just do whatever is the fastest, quickest, easiest thing to do because of their busiest lives. And I understand that. I do, because I used to be a assistant manager, and I used to be, having a part-time job, and I didn't have access to all this other stuff. And especially with the world that we live in now, they do things harder to get by. And I understand. But I'd rather have my channel to be different, to be unique, and it will stand out. Because what would you rather watch? Someone that does the same copy and paste thing, but it's a different channel, different name? Or would you want someone that's who did something, different? Who saw something and made it unique in its own? because that's the things that you will stand in time. That's when time runs out, and when you get older, and then you realize that you're not gonna live forever. What would you rather have? Someone that remembers you now because it's the top newest trendy thing, or would you want something that you made a mark in the world forever remember you by that? And it could be that you're the greatest D2 player. It could be like you're the greatest Crucible Destiny 2 player ever. There's a lot of talented people there. And, you know, I like watching those kind of videos. I don't like to watch the videos of like, hey, you want to get the best weapon on YouTube? Follow and like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification button. And then, follow all my other social medias, like on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. Like, this is a list of on and on and on. And then you say, like, dude, get on with the video. You know, like, just get on with it. And then half the people there, right, they don't even follow them. They don't even subscribe to them. And then they get all frustrated, and then they're like, I did not subscribe, I'm done. I see you guys are not subscribing, blah, blah, I make great content. It's not that you're not making great content. It's just that people want to watch what they want to watch, right? If they, like, for example, like, you know, I brought back with the movie thing, people don't go to the movies for the director. They went to the movies so they can watch wherever video that you can find it. It's a story. It's, you know, it's something else. If it's gameplay of something, you know, it doesn't have to be you personally or the director personally. That's why they become famous as they are. It's just different. It's a different approach. And I see that so much with D2 players, and not just D2, but other games too. That they want the fastest, quickest thing ever. So yeah, that's just my take on it. I know I've been going all over with the topics. This is unscripted, by the way. Oh, I can't go over here. This is unscripted. This is not a voiceover. I'm not AI. I'm not a bot. This is just my opinions that I wanted to share with you guys about D2. Like, the thing with D2, it's not bad. Like, the game itself isn't bad. It's just the people, and the people that are directing this game are people that don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore, and making shitty ass things, and bad business practice is what I can say as well. Is, yeah, it kills the game, dude. Like, honestly, dude, if I had a different option to playing this game in another Destiny 2 that's like, or a Destiny clone that's like had better graphics and had games that didn't, you know, kill itself, or like servers don't go down. Oh my god, I tried to make this video before and the servers just crashed, and I was like, yeah, that's a good topic right there. What I'm trying to get at is, if there was another game like D2, I think majority of us would play the other game. I think the reason why Destiny 2 has lasted as long as it did is because, you know, there's nothing to beat it right now. But the whole problem with the whole same game, which is add updates, is the game engine will stay the same. Right? Like, you could do modified, like, you can mod it, you can add things to it, modify it, but your graphics, the game engine, everything else is limited. And then over time, no matter how much new content you throw out of it, people will move on eventually, because time goes on. And I think that's what people don't realize, is that time will go on. And then you have to sit there and think to yourselves, right? I'm wondering if we can actually just jump down there. Probably not. Let's try it. Nope. It's a visible wall. It's so stupid. Anyways, oh, what is it saying? Oh yeah, time will go on, and the games will die out. And I know if you play this game, and I know you've done a lot of time, energy, sweat, and tears, have the memories in this game, but you gotta think, time will go on. This game will die. I know it's hard to say. I know, because it. Like for me, it's harder for me to break away from video games, and it's hard for me to get out of it. But there's so much that I realized about D2 that I just don't have. I don't feel like I'm having fun. I know I was just mindlessly killing those things, but it's because one, I was just trying to provide some content and not just me sitting there. The menu, how my character talking about all this. It's also distracting me. And that could be another thing. People play this game because it's a distraction, and I understand that. I play video games to get out of reality too. There's so many times that I don't want to live in the real world. I just want to be my own thing and do my own thing, But since I'm older and I have more resources now, and I finally, decided to make a channel, I want to do the things that I want to do and share my thoughts and probably inspire others to do the same thing. I just don't want to, and with my channel, I don't want it to be the copy and paste kind of feel. I want to be unique and stand out and have, and hopefully maybe one day I can inspire others to do the same. Because honestly, I'm tired of going on YouTube, looking up Destiny 2, and then they just throw you with a bunch of best build, best thing to do, the best. There's always the best. And then I'm like, dude, if everybody's the best, then how are you going to be the best? I don't know if that makes sense. Because everybody wants to be the best, right? But there can only be one on top. And people have this mentality of the competition. And don't get me wrong, I had it too. Because dude, I fucking play Trials. I used to play Trials. Was I the greatest? No, but I still played it. I only went to the lighthouse one time. But I understand that mentality. I wanted to be the best, and I told myself that too when I was younger. It doesn't even matter if it was Destiny 2, Smite, any other fucking game. Everybody wants to be the best. But the problem with everybody wanting to be the best is there's only going to be one that's truly the best. You can tell yourself that I want to be the best, I want to be the best, I want to be the best. And then you get up there, and then what? You beat all the competitors. Then what? Then, in a year later, you're still the best, and there's nothing new. And you have that mentality of, I want to be the best, and you look past all the beauty that's around you, because you're so focused on one thing, and that one thing is, I want to get the best armor, I want to get the best armor, I want to get the best gun. I want to get everything, the best, but then you go back in the tower, and guess what? Everybody else has the same armor, the same gun, the same everything of what the best has. You know what I'm trying to get at? Think of it like an exotic, right? What makes an exotic? Well, it's rare. That's what I thought too. It's rare and gives you unique points, blah blah blah. But the exotics now just feel like commons. If you really think about it, right? Let's say, what's a common? What's the most common weapon I have right here? Weather horn, or what's another one? Gallow horn is pretty common. Most people have that. Ooh, you know what? Let's do the newest one, Dragon's Breath. That's a cool name. Let's say I said, as a YouTuber, I was like, yeah, Dragon's Breath. Dragon Breath is the best weapon in this meta. Blah blah blah. And then you're like, okay, cool. I can get behind it, right? And then you go to the tower, right? You're like, okay, so I got Dragon's Breath. Go to the tower. And then you sit there and look at and expect people. Guess what they also have? The best weapon. So is it the best or is it just the common? Because if you really think about it, if everybody had gold, you will not. If you really think about it, let's say everybody in the world has a piece of gold. If everybody has a piece of gold, is the value going to stay the same? No, it's not, because it's going to be a common item. There's no desire for it. What makes things rare is that not a lot of people have it. So if you are the best, you want something that's unique and only a few people have. Other games have done this. D2, it doesn't. So you can think like you're the best, but in reality, you're just the same person as everybody else, doing the same thing. And then you're so focused on being the best that you forget and not take the time to appreciate the beauty around you. Like let's just say like this, right? I didn't know this was here. Do you know this was a wall that has an LED with hexagons on it? Probably not, because you're so focused. Right? You're like, oh, I gotta get the best. I gotta get the gun, and it's over here. You get the idea. Like, see, kind of like this guy. Prime example. He doesn't give a fuck about anything else. He has a set goal, and that set goal is probably getting the best item. And then he's on top of the world. And he has, the highest power. He get his little pick out. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that, when is it going to be the time that you realize there's nothing new in this game? It's going to just be the rinse and repeat kind of feel. Because a new season comes out, you're back at 1810, right? And then you gotta grind back up. I don't know what the season cap is now. I don't know how to check it. What's the season cap? Season cap's still 1810. Okay, so they didn't change it. It used to be like every season you had to grind up. So yeah. You gotta grind up the power level, or you gotta get the best new weapon, right? It could be, again, say let's just make believe Dragon's Breath is the best weapon, and you gotta go get it. You gotta go into a certain area and kill a bunch of things, and then once you're the best, you're top of the world. And then what? You're the best in D2, then what? What you do after that? You got everything that you always wanted. Now what? Cosmetics? Cosmetics. Because the end game, with most people, which is cosmetics. They'd say, oh yeah, I really like this armor. Buy it. You're like, yeah, I look cool. Go in the tower, and you see everybody else with this armor. Everywhere else, warlock in the tower is also rocking this. So then, are you unique, or are you the same? Because it's a new factor. It's new for a bit, but then over again, the years of time, or time will pass. This won't last forever. It's gonna be another armor that's gonna look cooler than this one. It's gonna be new, and then you gotta buy it, and buy it, and buy it, and then guess what? This armor's gonna just sit there in the closet collecting dust. You get what I'm trying to get at? The things that you seek enjoyment is only temporary. And that's what I understand now in this game. Everything looks new and unique, but it's just the same. It's just the same. You know? There's nothing new. It's just cosmetics, guns, and the same. Because what am I doing different now than what I was doing 4 years ago? Sure, I'm playing a different map, but the concept is I run around and kill things. Different abilities, different animations, different stuff, right? But at the end of the day, it's just the same. I'm doing the same thing. See, like this, right? I got my gun out, shooting the See. Tell me what's the difference between that and me doing that 4 years ago? Nothing. You know, the enemy type didn't change. You did. You can feel more powerful, more skillful, and more busy, better looking, all that. But at the end of the day, you're doing the same thing. You gonna keep doing this? You gonna keep just playing the same game, grinding so you get the most out of your season pass? Or you gonna sit there and be like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this for? You know? Like, why am I playing this game? And that's just a question that some people just need to answer themselves. Because I see it so much now. How YouTube used to be a place that people just watch and get entertained. Now it's just more like, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, so this is the best new gun. Dragon's blah 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 blah. New build. This is the build setup. Yeah. This is the build. This is the this is what I'm rocking with. Yeah, low mobility, high resilience, high discipline, blah blah blah. Like, you get the idea of what I'm trying to get at. There's nothing different the last 4 years. And Destiny. On Destiny 2. Nothing new. There's going to be another expansion pack. It's going to be a new planet. You get the excitement. And then next 2 months later, because usually it really rushes everything, because, you know, that whole rush is like, ooh, I gotta be the best, gotta be the best, gotta be the best. And then you get to the finish line, and then guess what you're doing? Oh, that's right. You're going back to the season, and you grind it up. And then your buddy in the background's like, hey, man, you played the new GTA 6? No, man, I'm playing Destiny 2 because I gotta grind it up. and like, you're stuck in this quicksand, right? You're stuck in quicksand. It's slowly seeking you in. As much as you want to climb back out, you can't, because you're putting yourself into the game. You're putting yourself deeper and deeper in the game. You keep buying the next expansion because you had to get your money's worth, and that's like what you keep telling yourself in the head. But reality, who cares, man? Who fucking cares? Is it your self-enjoyment? It could be. But you just gotta think to yourself, what am I getting out of this? Right? For me, I don't have appeal to play this game anymore. I'm only playing it now because I wanted to make a video of this. And it's just a topic that I wanted to tell you guys. It could be not just D2. It could be any other game that you guys are playing. You know? Like, just... And I'm not saying, like, my influence because I'm a YouTuber. You gotta listen to whatever I say and then you command and do it. Do what you want to do. Right? Who gives a fuck about my opinion? I'm giving you my opinion because I want to have the idea of why you play this game. Like, why do you play D2? Oh, I don't know. I mean, do you not really know? Or are you just saying I don't know because it's too complicated to have someone else to explain it? Because, yeah, like I said, dude, my expectations is gone. Because after this, my expectations on everything else is gone. The story, I'm not interested in anymore. Could be the newest raid out there. Could be, you know, new game mechanics. Could be the new abilities, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, it's still the same game. And then you're still going to do the same thing. Year after year after year. And then, for those who do make YouTube content, what happens when D2 dies? You can't just easily convince your followers to watch your other games because they're only here because of your one game, and that was D2. So you make this career out of yourself with D2, get a bunch of money, make a bunch of money, probably make a living out of it. Who knows? But you gotta think to yourself, is this long term? You know, like, let's say like I was 18 right now. I'm older now, but let's say I was 18. I wanted to make a career, and I chose D2 and make a career. Made a bunch of videos of how to be the best, you know. And let's say like I was the coolest trick shotter in Crucible or whatever it is, and made a bunch of like flashy things that make it cool. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. But then let's say D2 dies. Let's say they just keep milking the fuck out of this game until it actually does happen. What are you going to do? Because your following base was only there for not for you, but if for what content you were providing. If that was how to be the best content, they're not there for you personally. They're only watching it because you're providing them what's the best. And then guess what happens? They're not subscribing to you. You're probably thinking, why are they not subscribing? I make good content. And you get frustrated. You feel like you're putting so much energy and time into this. And then you ask yourself, why am I doing this? You know, like, am I happy? And that's the end of it. Are you happy? Like, are you truly happy with what you're doing? If you say yes, then keep doing it. Like, who am I to stop you? But if you're not, then think of other ways or how to convince your actual audience that do stick around with you and, like, open up to them. Be like, hey, man, you know, like, it could be the slightest thing. Like, slowly open up to them and then have, like, hey, you know, your story, talk about how you used to eat it out of the trash, that really helped me, you know, a lot because when I was younger, I used to eat trash too. Blah, blah, blah. You get the idea, right? You make new connections, and then those new connections will follow through if this game dies. Because I'm not saying this game's going to die anytime soon. I'm just saying I don't know where the direction is going to be for the future of this D2. Because Final Shape's going to happen. What's next? No, honestly, what's next? Because we're in this chapter in this story about how the Traveler has an open portal. We go through it, and then what? We fight the... what's his name? the final big bad boss, and then we beat him, then what? What is it next? You've done everything, like happy ending? What's the happy end goal of D2? That the tower is saved? The universe is saved? You get what I'm getting at? Like, they're milking so much out of it that the story is just bland. So now, if the game does die, what do you do as a channel creator? That your career, your life, your family is depending on it with your money that you set up to. You did all this just based on your, like, it's kind of like a contract on the game. If the company falls, you fall with it, and you shouldn't be like that. So what I'm trying to get at is, like, don't just play one game of D2 and try to, like, provide content that's just, oh yeah, if you want to be the best, blah 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 blah. Be unique, man. Be creative. Yeah, I had to sit down and stop talking for a bit. It's one of my things that I do. I don't know. I don't have the desire to play this game anymore. I get that little dopamine effect, the new content, and then just go back to playing Vanguard and all that. If you're easily offended at what I said and you're already typing it out, okay, well, I don't care. Because honestly, with a lot of people, anger is just a response, but it's not everlasting. You can be angry for one thing, but it will never last forever. Unless it can be something drastic, like, let's say like someone killed your wife or whatever, or son, and you get that anger. That's different. What I'm saying is, in the comic section, like, telling me that, yeah, I'm bad and blah blah, and like, oh yeah, this channel sucks, blah blah blah. Yeah, you hate D2? Yeah, that makes me angry, blah blah blah. It will go away, like a month or two, or even a year, because you get all your anger out, and then you're gonna move on. So don't even waste your time. Don't even waste your time, man. Like, it's not worth the energy. Just focus on things that would make you happy. And right now, this game doesn't make me happy. I feel like it's a chore. I'm not happy playing this game. Nobody's telling me to stay around. I understand that. It's just, I want to express my opinions, and maybe this video will help others maybe have the same thoughts that I do, And actually sit there and ask, like, yeah, I watched Firebug's video, and, it really connected to me. Because, yeah, sure, nobody asked for my opinion. Nobody asked for my video. But it's there to those who want to seek it. It's there for those who want to seek it and grow as a better person. And then I want the comments to be like, hey man, you really helped me with your D2 video, because I struggled with D2 addiction for the longest time. And since your video was out, I watched it, and then now I'm not addicted anymore, because you made a lot of good points. I want that. I want people to say that, because I feel like I'm not the only one. I want something new in this game. I don't want to go here, kill a bunch of shit, go back to the tower, Blah blah blah. Just give me something new. You know, like it's about to be 2024, dude. Can you think about that? 2024. That's crazy to think about. 2024. And the year after that, 2025. 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029. And then it's going to be 2030. What are you going to do then? Still play this game? Still do the same thing, rinse and repeat? Or are you going to find and explore other games that are out in the horizon and make yourself happy? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this one. I know I had a lot of my own opinions and say I don't know how this video is gonna be received as, but hopefully I help those who have the same problems that I have. Because honestly, I was addicted in D2. Now I just don't have the desire to. And again, there's nothing wrong with this game. It's just I don't like the grind anymore. I don't want to grind anymore. I don't want to keep working. I want to come home and just enjoy a game. Not just, oh, work, then feel burnt out. And then, but yet you still play D2 because you want to be the best. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy this. I'll see you guys in my other videos. Bye bye.